Hey y'all, this is the Collector on the Corner's wife, Debbie. And Randy told me to come over here and stand by the propane tank until he showed up. And I see he's tucked tires and put jacks and stuff in them to stretch them apart. And looks like paint cans and sticks of wood. These are those new old stock right here that he's stretching out. I guess he's trying to get them not so flat because they were pretty flat. They've been sitting quite a spell in the barn. So anyway, I guess he's trying to stretch them out. And me, I'm just out here enjoying the sun. I wish it wasn't near so windy, but wind is good for my laundry on the clothesline. It gets that stuff dry. So I wonder how long he's gonna be. I guess I could do, but that's not my kind of music. My kind of music is do. Oh, do. Oh, and here he comes. The collector on the corner. Actually, he's the hoarder on the corner, or the junky person on the corner.
You done started?
Yeah, I done started. There's
okay, done
there's
started on
the
the
collector.
video.
There's the collector on the corner.
Well, folks, we got 10 subscribers being to that magical 1,000 number. And David says you need to make another video. But
Nope, I said you guys need to make another YouTube channel and subscribe again. So,
oh, well, whatever. So I'm going to make a video of what I'm doing today.
what are you doing today?
Ours, as usual.
Well, you ate bacon and eggs and toast.
Yeah,
So that's
I took care of all the critters this morning. I had another rabbit that had a litter of babies sometime. They didn't freeze.
yay!
So I only got one rabbit left. I think I got 6 does and all of them got babies but one.
Oh boy, howdy.
And we got a sheep up there and she didn't come up and eat no corn. I looked at her and I believe she's going to go in labor and have babies days. So after she has babies, we got one more going to have babies. So
Yay!
and the pig's doing good.
Yep. Beans, we separated him from the girls and they quit beating him up.
I'm needing it.
What are you needing, darling?
Some tires. They don't have to be very good on some stuff to make rollers, so I can shift some stuff around. Debbie tells me the reason I ain't selling anything, I ain't shifting my stock.
You gotta
She says
shift
you shift your stock around and you sell stuff.
You shift your
and
stock.
it's kind of been that way.
Hey, would those tires fit
So
my...
I'm going to move some of this.
Would these tires here fit my car?
They'd be a little tall.
Yeah, but that's what I
We
want.
could take torch and cut the fender wells out.
I'd like to raise it up a little taller.
We didn't need torch or plastic.
I run over a piece of
You
styrofoam.
might cut them fender wells your cars out with a pair of scissors. I don't know. Anyway.
I ran over a piece of styrofoam with my car because I forgot I wasn't in my Jeep and it's higher up. Well, when I looked behind me, that styrofoam wasn't in the road. It was under my car, and it looked like it was snowing behind me. And then I'm glad it let go before it caught a fire.
It finally wore down thin enough.
Yeah, it let go.
So I
was worried.
I got these old 16s.
Yes,
And I've got a couple of rims. I'm going to mount them up so I can put them on a 3/4 ton truck and move it.
Uh-huh.
And these tires here, what's wrong with them? They're old.
Yes, I can see they're old. We'll put
But
some glue.
they've got holes in the sidewalls.
Oh, no.
And you can patch the sidewall, but when you run it down the road, it'll come loose. But for a roller that ain't really going nowhere,
Yeah, like
it'll work fine. So where you want to work on a tire and you want to spread it apart where you can get inside there and buff it and put a patch on there.
Yeah, okay.
I take these old jacks.
Yeah, I see
and I
that.
cut the handle a little short. And you can put that in there and you can really spread that apart.
Wow.
An old tire that's been a sitting,
Yeah.
they tend to compress. And when you go to mount them up, they don't want to beat out.
Uh-huh.
And what I do a lot of times, I just take some old empty paint cans.
I know, I
Pull
seen
apart,
that.
put them in there.
I seen that.
Now these here tires we just got.
I know.
See how they're all stuck together?
Yep, they're
Well, I
skinny.
cut me some little 2x4s.
They're skinny little rails.
The first one's hard to do.
Yeah, the first one's.
So you gotta get your foot in there. See? And you can put about 3 of them boards in there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, these little skinny 616 6-ply.
Yes'm.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on the front of a tractor. But it's not a tractor really, it's a walking tractor. You know, with handlebars.
Okay.
I've got some walking tractors.
I knew you said
And
tractor.
they take 16-inch small tires.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have any, and you can look on the internet and you can buy them that's got tractor tread on them. Man, they're expensive. I just can't afford it, for one thing.
Can't you just
So-
glue some on it?
I seen these on Facebook and said I'd like to have them. The boy contacted that guy and he said he sold them. And then the next day he contacted him and said that buyer didn't show up if he wanted them. So my boy went and picked him up for me while I was pig hunting.
Uh-huh.
Back in the day,
How far back in the day?
when I was a kid, 50s, 60s,
Don't you mean
guys
BC?
run tires like this on the backs of their old trucks.
Uh-huh.
And what it commonly was, they'd get a road tire, you know, smooth tread,
Uh-huh.
and they'd put it on the front of their truck,
Uh-huh.
and they'd run that. And them old trucks, the kingpins was wore out, and this and that and other, and they'd get it wore off on one side.
Uh-huh.
And they'd run that till they got wore down, and they'd take them off, and they'd take them up to the little store, and they'd leave them. And a guy'd come by and pick them up and take them on a truck and bring them back about a week, and he had recapped them as rough tread, mud grip tires, and they would run them on the back and buy them some new ones for the front.
Oh, boy.
Well, we had this neighbor up there. He just told me this story. He had an old Dodge, early 50s, 16-inch tires on it. And he pulled his back tires off. His front tires was still good. He pulled his back tires off to have them recapped. Sent them off, and they come back all buffed. They said they wouldn't recap a third time. He'd done had them recapped twice.
Mm-hmm.
And they was 8-plies. He said, man, when you get a good casing, you want to hang on to it. You know, they was a good casing. So he went around. He didn't have much money. He was not all that old, but he had a deteriorated disc in his back and something, and injured it on a horse when he's young or something. And he couldn't draw a Social Security disability, but him and his wife had a herd of pigs, ham hogs. He raised he had a little herd of registered Angus cows, and he'd sell people registered bulls and stuff. And they grow pickles for the Corning pickle plant during the summer. And he'd load that old Dodge up with pickles and drive up Corning. He needed some tires, and to get by the time haul them pickles. And he didn't really have any money coming in to mount anything. He thought, well, I'll go find me some tires, used tires. And he looked around, he couldn't find any tires, but he had credit at Sears. So they mail ordered 2 8-ply All-State 16-inch tires from Sears. Mail order. We didn't have a Sears store in town or nothing, just all mail order. He ordered them tires. Well, they never did come. Boy, he was needing them. So he contacted Sears, and they said, we sent them in the mail. So he went to the post office, and he told them, hey, I ain't got my tires. And they said, yeah, they was here, and the mailman took them out to you. So he runs that mailman down. He said, yeah, I hung them on your mailbox. He said, put them on each side, just hanging on the mailbox. He lived about a quarter mile from his mailbox. Some no good done that scoundreled with his tires. Well, he's got to find some tires, and he ain't got much money. So he's going to town, and he's asking around. He goes to the sale barn on Tuesday, and He looked at every truck on that sale barn lot to see if they was the ones that had his Allstate tires on the back. He didn't see them. He asked around, and they said, well, that old car dealer down there, sometimes he's got used tires. And he went on down that car dealer's, and that car dealer said, whoa, you looking for 16-inch tires for the truck? Yeah. He said, it's your lucky day. He said, I just got to set in. Brand new. So that guy shows him tires are Allstate, 8-ply, 16s. So he tells him, that dealer priced them to him. He said, I ain't got that much money right now. He said, but I got a pig for sale. It's a sale barn. He said, I'll get my check. He said, I'll give you $5 to hold them right now, and when I get my check, I'll come back over here. I'll go by the bank cash, I'll come back over here, and I'll buy them tires. Well, that dealer got busy talking to somebody else, and he got his pencil and his paper, and he wrote down the serial numbers of them tires. Numbers on the side of them. And he done made a report to the sheriff's department about his tire thief. So he goes to the sheriff's department and told them, hey, my tires at the car lot, blah, 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 you know. I paid $5 on them for them to hold them, so they should still be there. So the sheriff come in, they got a hold of the sheriff, and the sheriff come in, the sheriff went down there with him. Sure enough, and this guy, dealer, got amnesia, and he kind of suddenly couldn't remember where he got them tires from. Somebody from St. Louis or something, he was telling. So the sheriff just arrested him, cuffed him up, and said, I'm going to just charge you with theft by receiving. Well, that amnesia went away, and he told who it was sold him them tires, and it was somebody lived in the same general area where he lived. So he said, oh boy, I got my tires. And they made that dealer give him back his $5. The sheriff opened the trunk of his car and stuck them tires in the trunk of the car. And he said, what's going on? He said, well, I got to hold them for evidence. And the sheriff took them down there and put them in a jail cell. Tires and tubes. He'd bought new tubes, too. Well, they only had one circuit judge that run through there for 3 counties or something, and the docket was full. They gonna hold them tires till trial. He went back down to the sheriff's department. He was going on. He needed his tires, and they said, no, gotta hold them for evidence. And he got mad, and he told them, he said, I done did your job for you and found where my tires went. And he said, now you won't let me have them. You have them just as bad as a thief I having them. And they said, well, we can let you have your tires back, but you gotta, that guy, we'll have to let him go. We'll have to drop the charges for lack of evidence. So he said, well, I gotta have my tires. So they give him his tires, and they let that guy go. Well, this old boy, he told everybody who stole his tires, the story at church and all around, you know, and he'd go up to the pickle plant with a load of pickles, and sometimes he hauled other people's pickles, and he got that pickles that left over, the stuff that didn't can and stuff, the garbage from the pickle plant, made to that truck, and he'd bring it home and feed it to his hogs. So everybody knew. So this guy that stole them, he went up there, he'd growing pickles, he went up to the pickle plant, and when he went up to the pickle plant, the buyer at the pickle plant wouldn't buy his pickles. He said, we don't buy stuff from thieves. And nobody'd have anything to do with him, and he had to move off and leave and have a realtor sell his place. But times was different then. But that's just a story about 16-inch tires. I kind of like old bi-ply tires. You couldn't run them on a truck on the highway. They'd fly apart on you. The rubber would probably separate, but they'll work real good for them walking tractors, and they'll last longer than I will probably. So that's a tractor tire story, and I'm going to break one down. I've got, I think, 6 tire machines. I've got 2 like this. Got a lever on, put that tire on there, and you pries around, you can get them. This one would work good if it was bolted to the concrete. I've got 2 like this, and I got one in the shop there that's a 1940s, late 40s Coates iron tire man with a pneumatic bead breaker. Air breaks it down. I've got a Bishman in there in the shop. And around back, I've got a Coach 2020 tire machine and a Jim Beam tire machine. And more often than not, when I break a tire down, I just do it by hand. I don't know. I started out doing it by hand back when I was a kid, and it's kind of like them chainsaws. I come full circle. Spray a little soapy water on there. This is tire I just want to fix up for a roller on a 6-hole Chevrolet wheel on one of my Chevy truck. I've got a tire hammer. I can stand here and beat on it. But I've only got one eye and my aim ain't so good. So I don't use that tire hammer. What I use these old spoons.
Gas and matches will get the tire off.
No, it works good. That has been beat on a lot. This is not so much. See, just like that, it's broke down.
Yep.
Wasn't all that hard.
Nope. Wasn't hard for me at all.
Wasn't too hard for old Randall.
I'm not touching that. You know why? Because I'm a good girl.
I put a little soapy water on this. And what this tire's doing, it's leaking around the bead.
Ah.
See? That's rust.
Ah, I see it.
So all I'm gonna do is take it off,
Yeah.
clean it up, take a wire brush on a drill, clean that rim up,
Oh,
puncture
dear.
a couple of paint cans, and I'll repaint that rim
Dear.
and remount this whole tire right back on it, and I can put it on the back of one of the trucks.
Oh, wow. Oh, dear.
Now see this side here, I ain't soaked up yet.
Now, see, that's the tire I
But what
want
you can do,
on the back of Little
if
Judy.
the tire ain't no good,
Yeah.
it's stuck on there real good and don't want to break down,
Uh-huh.
take you and squirt you a little gas right around the edge.
I told you gas.
And then light it on fire
I knew it.
and heat it up. I mean, Debbie will do that for you.
Yes.
But you gotta have something there to put it out
I'll
so you don't
even-
burn the whole tire off.
I'll even sing,
don't wanna
burn,
burn the
baby,
whole tire off, 'cause you
burn,
might-
disco inferno, burn, baby,
If you
burn.
burn the whole tire off, you might overheat the rim, take the ruin
Oh,
your
you spray water on
steel
the
wheel.
inside
Yep.
of the
That's what I said, just let it
spray
heat it up.
water in the
Good
inside of
enough.
the rim.
It'll come right off.
But you don't hit the fire, you just hit the rim.
Well, this tire's really no good, but I'm gonna use it. It'd be good enough for what I'm gonna do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a truck around there that I'm gonna 6-hole. It's a little short bed GMC 62. And I'm gonna try and sell it. And I'm gonna get it around here on some rollers where somebody could pull it up on their trailer.
Ouch, that hurt even me.
There. Did you hear it hit solid?
Nope, I wasn't listening.
It hit solid. Once it hits solid, you're gaining on it.
Yeah, I heard it hit the concrete right then. That was pretty solid.
The backside's harder to break down.
wasn't paying attention. I lost the tire.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to soap it some more.
Uh-huh. And take a rest? You sound like
I'm
you're...
going to soap it some more, let it sit in the sun and warm that rubber up.
Yeah. And then come back to
That's why I
it.
did that other.
I don't
Been
blame
sitting here
you.
all morning. Anyway, y'all get the idea.
Yes.
You beat on what it is. These tubeless wheels got this safety bead right there, and you got to get that down past that. As soon as you get down past that, it'll go down.
Uh-huh.
Now.
Okay.
The other day, y'all got to see me break the handle off of the back end of a dual bar David Bradley.
Uh-huh.
I've got a gas tank. See, that's a gas tank back here where the handle broke out.
Uh-huh.
I've got one fairly clean gas tank off that junk David Bradley. But see, it's all bad on the bottom,
Yeah.
which that wouldn't affect the running of it.
Yeah.
And this is a two-piece gas tank. If I had this side, I could put on there. But I think I'll just try and build something out of some aluminum plate
Popsicle sticks, maybe?
and JB weld and whatever
Elmer's glue, the glitter
and
kind?
fix that. Now,
Yeah.
there was a guy on Facebook got two of these old David Bradley saws.
Uh-huh.
And this looks real good on them, according to the pictures. Got a pair of them.
I didn't look at the pictures.
It only wants $50 for the pair of them.
Uh-huh.
The problem with it is...
There's a big butt, I know.
Yeah, the problem with it is they're in Kokomo, Indiana. And Debbie won't get in her car and go to Kokomo, Indiana and get them for me.
Well, you know what? I'll go to Kokomo, but I think I'll go the other way where the weather's sunny and
Oh,
the Beach Boys sing about it.
oh, okay. California?
I don't know if it's in California.
Cocoa Beach, Florida?
Heck, I don't know. All I know is Kokomo.
Anyway,
You can get
I'm
there
not-
fast or you can get there slow. That's about all I know.
I went 425 miles.
I know. You don't have to brag
And
about it.
Kokomo's about 100 miles further than that. Maybe a little better road, but it's still another 100 miles further than that. And I'm not going to
Well,
buy
I'll tell you what. You give me all your money and I will go and I'll see you in about a month.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, probably 2 days.
My
'cause
money,
you
I was
ain't
going to say,
got-
my money wouldn't last you a month.
You ain't got that much money, yeah.
No.
I'd have to beg on the streets.
Yeah. Anyway, if somebody wants to get in the antique chainsaw business,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Or if anybody lives in
it's a-
Kokomo, Indiana, and if they're coming down to Arkansas, you could do Randall a favor.
It could be, collecting chainsaws can be expensive or as cheap as you want it to be. It's up to you. And I haven't really spent all that much money. That one saw that I went so far after, I only give $80 for the saw and spent $70 on fuel. So I got $150 in it in the time and the wear and tear on her little red car. But if you're anywhere near the Kokomo, Indiana
Uh-huh.
area,
Yeah.
look on Facebook Marketplace
Yeah.
and type in chainsaws or
Yeah.
type in David Bradley
Yeah.
and you'll see them two saws for sale.
Yeah.
$50 two saws and they're not locked
Oh, they're
up.
probably gone now.
And
Leon probably bought them.
well, I'm sure you can take the two saws and make one.
Okay.
You know,
That-
I
that-
mean,
that-
$50 for antique chainsaw that weighs 30 pounds and it's loud, and you can go out there at daylight and start it up and wake your neighbors up. You know, do it on Sunday morning after they've been partying Saturday night, and then they'll get to know who you are. And they'll come by shaking their fist at you or some other motion, other hand gesture.
Oh, jeepers.
But anyway.
Anyway, it's
But I
time
just
for
thought I'd
Randall to
pass that
go.
on in case say some of my viewers and subscribers was interested in old chainsaws? Because I'm not going to buy them. If they was closer, I'd buy them. But
Okay, is that all?
anyway, that's not a big problem.
Is that all, Randall?
Well, it's not all. I mean, I could stand here and
I
talk all
know,
day.
but please don't.
Please don't.
Please don't. I've heard all your stories.
Anyway, there's that tire fixed for the back of that 55 Ford. I hadn't put it on there yet.
Oh, that's a pretty color.
Yep. That's the color of that car.
I like
That's
it.
original 55 Ford wheel. But
like
it's had hubcaps on it. They ain't faded out.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Anyway, I guess we'll say goodbye and good luck to you. And man, I need 10 more subscribers. Please, somebody subscribe. I'm stalled out at 990 subscribers. And I'd like to have 1,000. You know, get them pesos coming in.
Thank y'all. Please like and subscribe and subscribe and comment below and share with your friends and your neighbors and people you don't like. I mean, just do all you can for us. Thank y'all, and you all have the bestest of days. And we sure appreciate y'all. Bye.